Today I'm filming with my GoPro as I'll be running 15 kilometers for the first time. So let's do this. This is me after my run, and I'm going to be here to break it down for you, while also basically sharing an introspective of how a 15 kilometer run goes. So let's get into it. Now, I don't know if this is just logic or I'm just stupid, but I'll say it anyway. Now, besides the fact that you might have work later in the day, it is better to run in the morning because there tends to be quite a few people. Well, it depends where you run. Where I was running, which is the waterfront of Sydney, of the CBD, you do tend to get quite a bit of foot traffic. There are several benefits to running in the mornings, and that's one of them. So then you don't have to do these evasive movements that I'm doing right now. So let's continue. Now, a practice I don't recommend you doing is constantly checking Strava and how far you've run. I mean, that is important to know, like, your pacing and stuff, especially when it comes to even longer distances, which I'm gonna eventually have to learn about. When you're starting out and you have a general idea of where you're gonna go, it's better to not look at Strava as frequently, because for one, you start to really question how far you actually ran, because what it just said on my phone, I don't know if you saw, it was 1.69 kilometers. I barely ran anything. I have to run 15 kilometers, and I mean, I wasn't puffed, but I was definitely getting a workout in, even after 1 kilometer. Oh, I just did a transition. Alright, you can now see me. So, what I was trying to communicate here, I ran 5 kilometers yesterday with my friend Lucas. But let's just say it's probably not ideal to have a long run back to back. Basically, I was fatigued. It may excuse why the final result may not be as good as it should have been, because I wasn't running at my full potential. That's what I was trying to say there. So let's transition back if I can. Okay, I didn't do a transition. Alright. So another thought that I had while running is it takes a lot of discipline, because you can stop at any moment. Like, no one's trying to force you to keep going, but you have to have willpower within yourself to keep going. Like I watched this Instagram reel recently where this guy said, "Oh, the gym, you're not facing your demons when you're in the gym, you're just having fun." Like, I mean, the gym is easy. You just do your set, scroll on TikTok. And I mean, he's right for the most part. But one thing for sure, if you're fighting demons, I would say running is a great exertion of that, because you are constantly working hard. There is no break. I guess to prove that you have a really strong mind, I don't know how to describe it, just some kind of mind. Running is a great way of doing that. How did I do? Great. Alright, so around here I was checking the temperature. It is 28 degrees Celsius. Now, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Look it up if you're a Fahrenheit kind of person. That's pretty hot, honestly. That little balcony that I'm running towards on the dock is actually where they filmed Fall Guy, that apartment scene. It was not. It was a cool thing to run into. I haven't actually seen it in person, so that was nice. Nice little discovery while running. And then I finally reached the end of the waterfront, where I banged my water bottle on top of the gate, and I don't know why I did that, but I think it's just to announce that I'm at my halfway point, and then I ran back. Yep, and then around this time, this is when my GoPro decided to not die, like it hasn't died yet, but it was around 20%, so towards the end I didn't film everything. But I did run the entire 15 kilometers. I do have proof. After you see what I looked like afterwards, I think you'll believe me. Where's the rest of the footage? Oh yeah, because my camera died. And then I started filming again. My camera was on 2%, but besides that fact, I continued to record just to announce that it wasn't even 15 kilometers. I was about maybe 500 meters away from my destination, and Strava had the audacity to tell me that it wasn't the full 15 kilometers. So I had to run even further than I actually had to, or it probably, I know it probably wasn't fully 15 kilometers, but that still pissed me off. Strava was like bullying me. I have a problem with Strava. So to make up for the extended kilometers that I needed to do to actually run 15 kilometers, I had to run through Barangaroo Park. Now, even running through Barangaroo Park wasn't enough. I got to the end, then I had to turn around and run the other way. Fortunately, it wasn't the full way back, and I eventually... Did I stop? No, my camera died. And then I eventually stopped, and there I am. Oh my god. Absolutely dead. Doused in sweat. Dumped everything on the pillar and just sort of taken it all in. I'd actually dropped my phone a little bit earlier, so it didn't crack, fortunately. It's just a little bit scratched. But when I picked up that phone, like, I felt every bone in my body. It was just, oh my god. And here we are. The first step for recovery is, in my opinion, a Rokeby, oh fuck, you can't even see it, a Rokeby 30-gram protein drink. It tastes so good, man. Oh my god. I've been, what's the word? Craving this for like ever. And when I mean forever, I mean just for that entire run. Anyways. So let's break down my run through Strava. I was running at a 5:19 pace, which I don't know if that's fast or not. There was a 27-meter elevation gain. Oh, yep, well, if we go down here, there is a lot of splits. Holy crap. Of course, really fast at the beginning. I tried to pick up the pace towards the middle, but I clearly failed. And yeah, I was just really dead towards the end, because come on, man, I was on my last kilometer and Strava gave me pretty much just gaslit me. So maybe if I knew I had to run further, I probably would have run faster. It's all a mental game. It's nothing, I mean, like, I think I do have the physical ability to run further and faster. It's just, it's all up here. Oh yeah, my final time was 1 hour and 20 minutes, which... Anyways, that was my little reflection of today. Hopefully tomorrow it will be a bit more, less commentary and more showing in action A-roll. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And yeah.